Hi, I'm Kristen from Honey Footsteps Travel, and I am now sailing on the Disney Treasure. One question that comes up a lot is, why are Disney cruises so expensive, and are they worth that price? So I'm going to show you some things around this ship and other ships I've been on that points to why I think that they tend to be in a higher price point. Let's talk about the most obvious thing first, which is supply and demand. There are currently 8 Disney cruise ships, and most of them carry 4,000 passengers, except for the most recent one that carries 6,000. The 2 oldest Disney cruise ships are much smaller and only carry 2,700 people. So 8 different cruise ships carrying that many people may sound like a lot, but let's compare this to other cruise lines. They have way more ships, and more importantly, more ships that are much bigger than any of the currently existing Disney cruise ships. About a third of Royal Caribbean ships, for example, carry over 5,000 passengers. I'm not putting down Royal Caribbean, by the way, just highlighting why Disney can and does charge more. They have fewer spots than what people are interested in, and that means they can charge more. Here's the other thing though, the reason they have supply and demand working for them is that they have a lot of repeat customers. Almost half of the passengers on Disney Cruise Line are sailing for the second time or more. Now let's talk about why. What is so great about these Disney cruise ships, and why are this many people willing to splurge all that money more than once? I'm going to start with the entertainment. All cruise lines have entertainment, but none of them are allowed to use Disney branded entertainment except Disney. Disney entertainment brings the price up for a couple reasons. For one, people are willing to pay extra to see it. Many of us grew up with Disney movies, and there's something that we're familiar with. Secondly, Disney branded entertainment means that they have to bring a lot of talented actors on board. These people not only look like the character they're portraying, but they're gifted at acting the character, including their voice and mannerisms. They're also fantastic with kids. Other cruise lines don't have the same need to bring a whole bunch of talented actors that resemble specific characters like Disney does. Keep in mind, all those actors and entertainers receive free room and board in addition to a salary to work on the ship. To attract talent, Disney needs to pay for talent, so that's an expense they incur that other cruise ships don't.
Yeah, people will beat you and curse you and cheat you. Every one of them's bad, except you. You know who else is pretty great? All you amazing mandolin players
Number
out
2,
there.
the beauty of the ships. The newer Disney cruise ships are absolutely out of this world in terms of how elegant and beautiful they are. The Wish was the most stunning ship I'd ever seen, and I thought it wasn't possible for any ship to be more beautiful than this until I saw the Disney Treasure. I know that at a first glance the Wish looked more elegant, but you should see the detail that they've put into the Treasure. We were so impressed with all the Middle Eastern mosaics in the atrium and also around the ship. Not only that, but remember the Disney branded stuff that I talked about earlier? They really use that in the design wherever they can. It's almost like Disney has taken every opportunity to add in something from the movies, woven into the designs everywhere on the ship, giving character and personality to everything. You find yourself constantly going, oh yeah, I remember that. I think it really taps into our nostalgia for both adults and kids. And also from a design and construction standpoint, I'm sure that this makes the ships a bit more complicated and expensive to build. If you really look around, you'll find lots of Easter eggs like that, like little things where you wouldn't expect. And other cruise ships don't have that, at least not in a Disney theme. So that's really cool, especially if you like Disney, if you love Disney, or you only like it a little bit. The stunning ambiance and attention to small details doesn't just end at your stateroom door either. They've made the staterooms, especially in the newer ships, very magical too. The ceiling above my daughter's pull-down upper bunk had a picture of the genie in stars with a quote from Aladdin. Since we're on the topic of staterooms, let's talk about room service. Disney Cruise Lines is one of the few cruise lines that offers 24/7 room service. All the food on the room service menu is completely free. It is customary to tip the room service attendant for bringing it to you, about $1 per item, or about $5 for a full tray of stuff. But that is still way less than what the food is worth. It's definitely a good deal. Speaking of food, let's talk about how food factors into the higher price point for Disney. The food on Disney Cruise Line is very good quality, and pretty much all of it is included in your cruise ticket. Tasting Table ranked Disney Cruise Line number 3 of several cruise lines for food, and I can attest you can eat great on a Disney cruise. You can eat as healthy or as unhealthy as you want. They have options for everyone, and they are so accommodating. The only food not included in your ticket is if you eat at one of the high-end adult-only restaurants, bar food, or the specialty ice cream and specialty coffees and popcorn. But other than that, all meals, breakfast, lunch and dinner, and dessert are free. There's also unlimited ice cream. By the way, in case you're looking at my food thinking, where's the meat? It's because I'm a vegetarian. Don't worry, they do serve meat on board. Another thing unique to Disney Cruise Line, which I think factors into the cost, is rotational dining. Disney Cruise Line is the only cruise line that does rotational dining. And how it works is you're booked at a different restaurant each night, and you always have the same servers. And I can attest to that Disney actually puts a decent amount of care and thought into these seating arrangements. I requested on my reservations tab to be near a window, and lo and behold, we were put right next to the window in 1923. My first Disney cruise was actually as a single parent, and just me and my older daughter went. Disney seated us with a family who had a daughter that was my daughter's age, and with another single mom, so I actually made a friend on the trip. Other cruise ships don't do this, and it's just another example of how Disney goes the extra mile. So this leads me on to my next reason why Disney cruises are pricier: the staff and their above average customer service. Over my 3 cruises, I've never met a staff member that was unpleasant, ever. They never seem anything less than happy to be there. They treat you with so much kindness. They're willing to go above and beyond when needed. So the servers that you have for the duration of the cruise are wonderful people. My kids still talk about some of the ones that we've had. For them, it's a step further than just bringing you your food. They really want you to enjoy your time. It's just a better customer service experience than anywhere else could provide. The other thing that I think drives the price up is Disney Cruise Line does not have casinos. In fact, most of the premium cruise lines do not, such as Viking Ocean Cruises and Azamara. Cruise lines like Royal Caribbean and Carnival, for example, make a lot of money from people gambling and drinking, whereas Disney and other premium lines do not. Although there are many adults sailing on Disney without kids, they do commit to a family-friendly atmosphere. Personally, I like that. The tone of Disney cruises is a lot more about family, fun, and magic rather than partying and drinking. I have rarely seen anyone drunk on a Disney cruise because it would be super expensive to do so since alcohol isn't included. So are Disney cruises worth the price? Everything I mentioned here likely sounds great, but keep in mind that you should budget for around $1,000 per day minimum per person in your party. So whether it's worth it or not is subjective. Some good things to consider are, if you love Disney, then it will be extra magical for you. If you don't, then less so. Also, if you have the funds, it always comes down to that, right? Personally, we have definitely spent a lot on our Disney cruises, and we haven't regretted a single penny, but it's different for everyone. I hope that this video has helped you see why Disney cruises are so pricey and brought you closer to the clarity on whether the price tag is worth it for you. Thank you for watching, and if you found this helpful, I would love a subscribe.